Foreman Random Hotline. Sorry, we missed your call.
Sorry we missed your call.
Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to Missed Calls with the Former Randoms. It's me, Missy Information. It is a new year. We are talking new topics. The new topics we're going to cover and the redo of topics that we're going to talk about this next year. And we're just going to get it all in the mix, see what you want there. Is there something you're obsessed about that you want to talk about, that you want to be able to just monopolize the night and say, this is the night we're going to talk about this. This is your chance to do it, because we are looking for your new topics. And I'm here, as always, with our lovely Rotary friend, Phony. How are you doing, Phony?
I'm good, today's been off the hook.
Oh, it's really, have you been ringing in the new year?
I've been ringing in the new year, absolutely. Every area code is very important to me, and so I like to commemorate as it crosses every area code.
Aw, do you call every telephone in the world and just give them a little ringy ding just so they know that you're thinking of them?
But I do. I'm something of a Santa analog.
Aw,
them.
something like a lawnmower man. I really
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Gethard's the lawnmower man, but I am also a fan.
This is not an episode of Law and Order, so we can't get into that. Now it is the January man is back.
We heard a song today where someone sings about the September man, the December man, the January man.
I haven't seen this yet. Is he really back? Our friend is really back?
Well, this wasn't even Connor. This was just a thing I heard on the radio, on Calex.
Oh my god. The January man is back. The murders, they're in the order of the apartment that are done in the notes of a symphony. I spoiled it for you. That's literally the murder plan. He just went da 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 and was targeting people like that. Wasn't worth watching. It was fun for a bad film, but it really wasn't worth watching for the mystery because it made no goddamn sense. You couldn't figure it out. Now, Phony, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Are you a resolutions kind of phony?
I mean, I'm audio only.
Oh, that's true. Do you have any goals for this year?
I have a New Year's bit rate.
Oh, yes. How do you get that?
How do I get that? I mean, it's just it's 96 to 320. That's my usual range.
Oh, well, I do not know what this is. We go to restaurants incognito and order things with worse and worse mispronunciations. Oh dear.
So it's what Chris Abroad does on accident every time.
Oh no. Let's see here. Phony. We put that on our New Year, new topics little graphic here. We have a really sexy Google Doc that we're going to be having with a list of topic ideas and such.
We did New Year new with an umlaut topics, and I think one of them is, why is Fred Durst in so many video games?
It'd be Durst. Why is he?
I actually do know the answer to that one, but it's his. It was part of the deal of the music video games getting to use his songs.
Blank Check in the game.
Blank Check talked about that on the Fight Club video game, where Fred Durst is a playable character. I think he's also playable in the Def Jam video game, where you can also play as Danny Trejo.
I mean, I would. But I always wondered, so these are alt reality versions of these people within the game. And
mean,
it's sort of like, what was
presumably
that?
alt reality, but with their real names.
Yeah, exactly. So now then, does that imply that there is a, like in Fight Club, an Edward Norton and a Brad Pitt running around and they just happen to look like them? Or is it an entirely different alternative universe and like that has just an alternative version of Fred Durst that exists within it? But
I
only in the
mean,
video
the former is certainly the Ocean's 12 school of thought,
game. Okay.
because Julia Roberts' character gets told that she looks like Julia Roberts.
It's numbers. Here we go. Dune versus Dunes.
Is it Dunes or Dunes with a dollar sign for an S?
Gotta R list it up.
Num Threeers?
Oh, yes.
Also from Things from the Void?
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Lena says they're good to go with the dollar sign.
All right. Now I'm having to go into topics up in here. I'm very excited, Phony, for this new year because I am trying to. My only resolution is the one I do every year, which is learn more about things. So I'm very excited about the opportunity to take some of these to learn about things that I have no clue about. Screw it. Let's just talk about Farscape. Okay.
Have you seen Farscape?
I think I saw a couple episodes.
That might be one where, if it's possible, it would be nice to have intern Emily on.
I think that could be arranged. We might have to, would it be Farshart or would it be Shartscape?
Shartscape?
Shartscape. We might have to have a special Shartscape episode where Missy watches some Farscape in preparation for it.
And Lena says it might be on Canopy now if that's available via your local library. Oh, and we shouldn't show the GNT clips.
Oh, okay.
And if we do, it certainly shouldn't be archived anywhere, but we probably just shouldn't show them at all.
I love Ticks versus Talks.
Ticks versus Talks is good. I mean, it also gives us the opportunity to talk about Return to Oz.
Yes. How old were you when you saw Return to Oz? And was it something that was scarring?
I haven't seen Return to Oz, and this isn't a bit because I'm a phone with no eyes or camera. I just haven't seen Return to Oz at all.
So we tried to watch Return to Oz twice growing up. And both times we went to rent it, it had the Return to Oz case on it, but inside was the crappy, like, animated version of it. I saw that one twice before I saw the original Return to Oz, which we had to buy from like a Sam's Club. So I was like old enough to like not be like super spooked by it, but also like young enough to be like, this is very fucked up and weird though. Like
I think
that's a lot of this is very unsettling.
Ma Bell might have led to a situation like that where Phony's copy of Return of the Jedi got. Ooh, I heard my crackling a little bit. My copy of Return of the Jedi got returned in exchange for my copy of Star Kid that I rented. And we have
some free tribute.
Yes.
I'm doing everyone's favorite thing, eating on camera. Oh my god.
Did it. I put myself in all the video games. They know you did.
Well, and of course, Knights of the Old Republic had the Fred Durst reference of "I did it all for the Wookiee." From Jedi Master Jolie Bindo has the quote, "I did it all for the Wookiee."
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. I mean, I can probably find it on YouTube.
Oh no, I love it. I'm thinking of returning topics. I would like to do another not the holiday special episode, where I will pick a different holiday special out there or clips from holiday specials.
You can feel very small in. It felt good. Kashyyyk is a place you can feel very small in. It felt good to devote my time to helping people and living simply. What can I say? I did it all for the Wookiees.
Oh, Wookiees. Okay.
Amazing. So
I remember
listen
it
up.
as I did it all for the Wookiee, but okay. And I'm going to be trying to clear out my phone line for a little bit.
Okay, you can declog it.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to do was think about having some game nights where we host some game night things. And by games, I don't necessarily mean like board game kind of games, but it could be like game shows that you like or panel shows that you like. I know we've thrown some things around before, like doing a Taskmaster night, doing a Would I Lie to You night. I think there's an opportunity for us to do a few things like that, but it would just be stuff that required like more planning ahead of time. So it'd be good to like throw some of those ideas out there as well, so that we can like get it planned. Because I would love to do some things like that.
Mole
all-
night.
The mole night, yes.
Oh yeah, and Taskmaster VR is a thing too. There's also a Taskmaster board game.
I would love to do somehow the traders.
Yeah, Missy, have you seen the Taskmaster VR
I did see that.
trailer? Okay.
I did. It's pretty wild. I love that they
VR
just leaned on a cartoony versus like trying to make something realistic.
Taskmaster VR.
Wish list now.
Amazing. No, I don't.
The Mist Traders.
Have you, Phony? Have you seen the traders?
No.
Oh my gosh! Are you familiar with the party game of Mafia?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so think the Mafia, but think at a real mansion. And oh, sorry, my camera keeps wanting to fall back on me. At the with mini games to like Survivor type games to raise prices, and there are a team of traders that are trying to play to the end game. Where if they are there, they split the money. If any trader is still there at the end, and the faithful win if they eliminate all the traders from the game, and only faithful are remaining at the end, and they split the prize.
Oh.
And it's fun. So it would be like, a way to play some mini games and stuff, but we would have to have some mafia elimination rounds and all that sort of fun nonsense. But yeah,
That
again,
sounds really fun.
requires some planning.
Yeah. Did you see Dropout did a very I think it was you had to guess who was high?
Oh, it'd be fun. We could play.
The Dropout one was fun. But I love the sort of mafia werewolf format. Yeah, Paranoia. That was it. Oh, spoiler. Oh, there's my audio again. Bye-bye.
The information superhighway. Can confirm. Oh yeah, I can talk about it. I went to Chicago this weekend, and I got to see in real life two of my Baldur's Gate partners, Things from the Void and Dating Vagabond, and also Potatoes Molasses. And so random people are meeting in real life. It's great. The rave was like nice. It was a really cool venue. it had like a bunch of really artistic design put into it that was like Spanish, Latin influenced. So it was really cool. The DJs were really good. I had never really been to a rave where it is just like a DJ doing a set of continuous music throughout. It was really good. We had the countdown, and then the headline DJ was super chill. So then we were just like, we're old and tired, so it's like past midnight, so we're gonna go bye bye. But it was nice because we got to see Void there, and we had a really nice time. Alex made a song with them, and we got to do a live episode of the Swamp over at the Sensitive Artist Type Twitch channel. So yeah, it was really fun. Ooh, randoms love movies. I would love to do that. I've been wanting to play that ever since I've seen it, and because I was like really bad at it, and so I want to be like, ooh, I want to show how good I am with movies that I know a lot about, and bad I am with just like a breadth of movies. Do we need to have a Shrek night? I think we need to have our own Shrek rave. I'll figure out how to make this happen. How was everyone else's New Year's Eve? Did anyone do anything exciting? Did anyone not really care that much about New Year's Eve? We do need to talk about Shrek because, like, Shrek is. We are the age. I know, generally speaking, of people who were around when Shrek was it, and it's hard to explain it to people who weren't around for it. Oh, I still talk about it. My nephew, his favorite movie was Shrek. I don't know if it still is, but he loved Shrek. I think I saw it in theaters a couple times. I like the bracket. I love a bracket idea. How many years old? I am Shrek in theaters years old.
I saw Shrek in theaters, or should I say I heard Shrek in theaters. I
A
think
lot of
I've
theater
seen...
employees phoning in their buddies and letting them hear it.
Oh yeah, I mean I heard Shrek 2 in theaters. I didn't hear Shrek 3 or Shrek 4 in theaters, but I saw Shrek 4 in a hotel room in LA, so that's sort of like a theater.
Yeah, we can have a March Madness. I don't know what we would do it on, but yeah, we can pick a topic that we have to.
Rotary phone.
I'm always down for a March Madness.
Someone was quibbling over if I would be able to see things or not, and I have to remind people that as you can clearly see, I'm a rotary phone. I can magically talk, but seeing would be ridiculous. We gotta stay grounded.
We gotta stay within the canon.
Yeah, I mean, if only there was someone to keep it.
Did you not? How else did you contact your parents when you were done with the theaters if you didn't bring your phone with you or pre-cell phones?
What do you mean, who brought a rotary phone to the movies? Avoid everyone. It was the style at the time. I mean, how do you think movie phone worked?
Hey, this prick didn't have a rotary phone he brought to theaters.
Yeah, movie phone. They had a phone sitting, listening to every theater so you could tell when the next showtime was.
Hello, would you like to call your parents and have them pick you up? Press 1.
It sounds like the next movie will start in 5 minutes. Vibes suggest the next showing will be 2:30.
And exactly, that's what just happened within the canon in my head. An employee picked it up and they left it off the hook.
Yeah, exactly. You asked the original poster what time it was?
The operator, I assume.
Oh, the operator.
I had to do the math too, don't worry.
That's right. I'm both a rotary phone and when I see OP, immediately jump to original poster.
Have you seen Shrek 3?
No. Yes. Yes. By the one I haven't seen. Is that the time? Wait. Is Shrek 3 the time travel one?
It's not the
Alternate
time travel
universe?
one. It is the Rumpelstiltskin verse of it.
Okay, then I saw Shrek Forever After, I guess?
Yes. Oh, isn't that the best one? When Shrek has the midlife crisis? Because
Yeah.
what the funniest fucking thing to kids is when your parents have a midlife crisis and wish you weren't born. Fucking hysterical.
It's so wacky.
It's so hilarious.
Can
And
you
actually, it had
imagine-
a lot of great jokes in it. I was surprised.
Can you imagine more hijinksy or hijinks?
Only in a Shrek 5. Are they making a Shrek 5?
It's in the works, rumor it says.
I like this. I like being beneath the topics on here. It shows our place in here. Now, are there any returning ideas that we have done before that people would like us to do again? Bonnie, anything that we have done before that you would like to add?
I mean, there's one thing I'd like to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Beef week.
I assume you agree based on your shirt.
First thing on that list.
Oh, it is there. Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm a phone. I see Beef Week, Sandwich Night, Doctor Who.
You see?
I understand that it's faxing through you. It takes a
It's
second.
it's faxing through my phone line. I'm glad
Right.
someone understands me, not this person off mic asking questions.
Beef week. It's the week that you can share all your beefs.
You
Any
can
beef that you
air.
have.
Yeah, it's the week where you can really.
Air that beef.
And it either will be.
Beef squashed.
Or there may even be.
Counter beef.
We also have to be careful and make sure that you don't wade into the territory of
Toad or Toad.
You also don't want to find yourself included in.
Oh my god. Legal news. Henry Kissinger still dead.
I like that that's legal news.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose he is legally dead.
Exactly. Ooh. Twin films is a good idea.
Ants. Ants in a Bug's Life, yeah. Like
Mhm.
your deep impact.
It's not at the same time, but Hoodwinked is obviously built off the success of Shrek. Oh, the one that he remade? I guess, yeah, because didn't he remake one of his films?
I like the idea that there are only 2 Hitchcock movies.
Oh, no, the 2 movies about Hitchcock. Because there was the Hitchcock. Wait, there was Hitchcock, and then what was the other one? Oh, Gus Van Sant. Right? But it wasn't, he remade it, but it wasn't 100% shot for shot because you get weird masturbating noises. Was there a second Hitchcock film? I mean, I know there's the movie Hitchcock with Will Smith. It's gonna be hard. This is gonna be incredibly hard to search because I'm either gonna get a list of Hitchcock films or the film Hitchcock.
And there's a theater in the Bay Area who still plays the pre-movie like hype reel from Hitchcock. Before every movie.
Just not even if it's a Hitchcock movie.
Yeah, like we saw it. It was I heard it play before Barbie.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Hello. Do.
I'm just the master of suspense.
I'm trying to see if there's anything in the movie. Let's see here. Oh, there's The Girl, which was a 2012 biographical television film starring Toby Jones as Hitchcock, and it's about the making of the movie The Birds and Marnie. Is that where I've never heard of this one. Toby Jones popping up in everything.
Yeah. He had a big run there for a while.
He's in The Snowman, my tattooed favorite. I was just talking about him as being the Nazi in the Marvel movies when he turns into a Nazi computer.
Oh yeah, he was also in Doctor Who.
Ooh, well, yeah,
As the
yes,
Dream
the Dream,
Lord.
yes. You know what? You could have a whole Toby Jones trivia night one night.
Oh, when's his birthday?
Mm.
We don't know.
He did. I was like
September 7th.
Toby Jones. Who's sneaking over there? Oh, hi, Sampo.
Toby Edward Hesleywood Jones. Okay, I think it's really funny that his dad is Freddie Jones, and it's not Scooby-Doo's Fred Jones. It's another Fred Jones.
I mean, Fred and Jones are two. That's common enough that I'm not
it makes
shocked.
total sense. It's just when I hear Freddie Jones, I do immediately jump to Scooby-Doo, which I think says more about me than...
What's even weirder for me, my name, not my legal name, there is a character in a play that has my name, which is a very weird, like, double pairing of it. And they did it in my town. And I was like, someone's like, I got audition for it. And I'm like, ready for it. I'm like, I'm actually not right for it at all. So no, I can't. It was like, he had to be like a really like menacing gangster type person. And I was just like, ha, no. Hello, I'm here. You gotta stay in a corner. I'm gonna kidnap you. Let's see.
So there's actually that's actually happened to me too. I'm not the auditioning part, but a character who has pretty much my exact name.
It's just like odd. You're like, okay.
Okay, well, his name's Phony McRingring. I found the Spanish language clip on accident.
No, that's not his name. Replay it. That's not his name. That's not what I heard.
I think they changed it for the Spanish version.
Phony McRingring.
Yeah, Phony. Well, it's true.
I didn't think your last name was Ring. Is it Ring? Is that what we're saying? Like M-U-Y?
I don't know with that one. In the English language version, it's Phony McRingring.
Oh, so maybe that is what they're saying. Just like, okay. I didn't know that McRingring was your last name.
Well, I mean, now we know. He's the mascot for the phone company. Oh? Well, that was weird.
I remember us talking about you watching it in Spanish and enjoying it that way. Oh, there goes Phony. Hi. He has to declog himself.
Yeah, I was just real bad right now.
Should we do? Oh, should we do an interview style night? Let's see. Phony. Hard-hitting interview where we get into the lore and the decisions of why he didn't burn the tapes. We'll have to ask Phony why he is such a private individual. I get it, but we're all pretty open here. Oh, yes. Well, and of course, within the Phonyverse, there's also the Holyverse. So that all comes into it too. The other phones would absolutely submit tapes for that. Phony as a T-Mobile sidekick would be extraordinarily sick to hang out with. We would have to break down did Phony spring into existence the moment that Alexander Graham Bell phoned Watson? Was like that when the spirit of Phony was born? And is Phony also, is he bound to Earth?
I don't know. Who can say?
We can say.
That's true.
Hey, Watson, you up?
Ahoy, hoy.
That's also why you love stories about sailing and adventure so much.
Oh yeah, it absolutely. Oh, there it went again. It absolutely really established that core passion for all things naval.
We should have. It really is so dumb.
I agree.
This is not also inspiration for what I had planned for the background for the night. That would be under new topics. We can, you know what? We need to adopt Ahoy Hoy. Beeswax versus beeswax. I do need some explanation on what you mean by beeswax. Please don't put it in there. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I started typing about it. It's just getting a little redacted. Let them cook. This is a brainstorming session. Even though brainstorming is not something you do as a group, it's something you do as alone, and then you come together as a group and you talk about what it is. But we are making ideas on here. We might not get to all these. We're putting them in. I also love the idea of having a night where we just do the spinning wheel like the PAL show does, and it just is what the topic is going to be. But this is just our nice pulse check. It's our State of the Union, just to see how we are as randoms here and some of the things that we would want to talk about. And again, if you are feeling up to it and feel you have any sort of expertise, something that you could talk about, you can volunteer yourself as the expert if you so wish. Yeah, and I don't normally do this, and so this is like out of my character to have a list of things going on here. So I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it's not like a resolution thing, but maybe it is. Who knows? I'll start being a list girl. I want that to happen. That's why I put it on the list, so that way we have some time and be like, okay, let's prepare him, put a date on it, and say, let's go. I'm trying to think if there are any TV shows that we haven't really plunged the depth of that I'm surprised of. We should do
what?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Some sort of sitcom night.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Taki's here now too.
Hello.
Hello. BSG versus MGS.
So, Battlestar Galactica versus Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, okay. Just arguing what is and isn't a sitcom. Yes.
I mean, it's an interesting
Mhm.
line.
Mm-hmm.
And why do so many sitcom dads end up sucking? Well, not sitcom dads only. I guess sitcom stars. You got your Kelseys, your Tims.
Talkie or talkie. Yeah.
Talkie.
Tucky.
Ooh. After that, Lena also has a good idea of the Tommy Westfall universe.
Mm-hmm.
I know. This is the one where they're all in that good snow globe, right?
Yeah. And where Detective Munch is one of the big threads linking all of them together.
Yeah, it links all them the way to the Simpsons on it, right? We need more. We do need more gay shit on this.
We
Hell
do.
yeah.
I'm such a bad gay. I'm trying to think of what we could put on there. Gay versus really gay. I I don't know if we can put out a promo that says gay versus really gay, but maybe we should.
I mean, that was very funny earlier during Hunter and the Wiz.
Slightly gay.
Slightly gay Trump, yeah.
The theory is slightly gay Trump could get away with anything, and then we just realize that's George Santos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop rewarding him. I'm so frustrated. But we actually should do something for Pride Month.
We should do some Pride Month stuff, yeah.
Pride Month stuff. Some gay trivia would be nice.
Gay trivia.
Some lesbian trivia, some trans trivia. We'll just go through all the different.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh my god, gay thing. Oh no. We figured out some way how to play Mafia, but it's like the thing. And you just have to avoid becoming the thing. We'll remember what all that meant.
Did you know
I've never
Barbie
actually
has to... I was looking up trying to find like if we want to do any movie related, Oscar related stuff, but Barbie's going to compete in best adapted screenplay because it's adapting the doll Barbie.
What the fuck?
I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but that doesn't add to the gay stuff.
No. For Oscar night is for the gays.
I see. Yeah.
I think it was but there might be a George Lucas talk show special we'd also be able to talk about if they do another.
Exactly.
Like that.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure there'll be another George and Pat ep.
Ooh, what's the tabletop game? I love variations of things. We should have. It's like talk about board games and stuff. Yes, a great George. Oscar melody is fantastic. I'm still peckish, so I'm gonna be right back and get a little bit more food. So I'm gonna get BRB.
Oh yeah, so let's see. I can't directly edit, but we can still all talk about what some good topics could be on missed calls. Oh, I like that you have been adding all of George's Oscar medleys to Smule. Of course, referencing the Sonic Mule from Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
because it's the world's best karaoke app named after a character created by Isaac Asimov.
Who also wrote Spock is Dreamy.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He also wrote
Wolf Dog.
a wolf dog.
In the gay thing version.
Oh, in our gay thing version of Traders, instead of sabotaging the minigame, you turn into a wolf dog.
I like that.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
All you have scripts murder that. Okay, so gay thing will be a thing, and it will be like a thing. Okay, I like
It
this.
will be a thing, capital T.
To thing.
To thing! And now, while you stepped away, my phone line clogged up again, so I will once
Oh no!
Right.
Get the poopies out. Oh, thank you. I'm going through and just seeing some of the things that we already have. Oh, we should do a Star Wars around May the 4th. The only sweater that my husband bought for himself that I can steal because it's an extra large, and so I actually fit into it, versus him who can steal any fucking thing that I wear, and does. So, some version of the board game of Guess Who, but just guess the randoms. This is your random Dream Baldur's Gate. No, okay. That was fun. Oh, I gotta do something like that. Guess who was in? That was way more fun than it should have been. I was genuinely enjoying it because some of the names are just absolutely wild. Guess who, but it's just people who are in the Ringo All Stars. I think we should also do some sort of Lord of the Rings night. Because I feel like that's a topic that we haven't gotten into much. And I know that's just because it's an area that I just don't have as much interest in. But I know there's a lot of stuff out there about Lord of the Rings. And we got to talk about Narnia. So I did go do that. Lord versus Rings.
Lord versus Rings. I mean, I heard someone talking about rings, so I had to join.
Ringy dingy.
One ringy-dingy, two ringy-dingy. Yes, I'm the Lord of the Rings. Hello.
I forgot to tell.
Oh, it's me, Sauron.
Lord, okay. I'll make that adjustment.
Lord of Gifts.
But they were deceived, for another phony was called.
Oh no.
Sauron doesn't call himself Sauron because in Elvish it kind of just means like terrible smelling shithead.
But so it's his name, but he doesn't call himself that?
No, he
ring-a-ding
calls
to roll them
himself
all.
Melkor.
What does that mean?
It's just his name.
It's just his name. It's just his name.
Melkor or Anatar. Giver
The Last
of
Airbender?
Gifts. Anatar. Mm-hmm. Anatar, the Last Airbender.
Yeah. that's
That
what
gives
you
me an
said.
idea.
I mean,
Hailed.
he did arrive on Middle Earth floating on a foul wind, so He kind of is an airbender.
The podcast?
Failed movie adaptations.
Failed, yes. 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 How about success movie adaptations?
Success. Ooh.
Oh, like good ones, yeah.
Ones that are better than the book.
I like that.
Or
I like
as good. Like Lord of the Rings.
But not The Hobbit.
No.
Oh my word. I hope, Phony, you relate this to Intern Forest. Use your function.
I'm listening.
Well,
Okay. That sounds really nice. That sounds like the game that they'd be very interested in. Thanks for the tip, King Klon.
Ooh, I see. It is on the Steam. You can do a lot of different disasters in order to influence
Blow it
the
up.
oh, including giving them influenza. I think it's to say, ooh, related to failed attack on. Ooh, yes.
Oh.
Movies that never were. Oh, you told an ad about the Phonyverse, and the results have been sent. It looks
Yes.
like.
I see what it looks like, and I want to show it to the world. And here's...
Hell yeah.
It's iconic, honestly.
Amazing.
That what it looks like when you barge into a theater.
Yeah.
I'm here to see a movie. No one questions it.
Everyone was very confused when I barged into Bumblebee.
They thought it was all part of viral marketing.
Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm just a real phone.
No, I can't drive you home.
And I can't see where I'm barging.
Okay, everybody get ready for trans versus formers.
Oh.
Trans people versus founders of nations. Or political reformers. Detain. I do not know what that is. Oh, it's a movie. A body horror psychological drama film. Oh my word.
Oh, interesting.
Trans cars
Okay.
made you think of it? Oh, is that the one where she fucks a car?
That's also Crash.
That's also Bumblebee.
That's true. That is also Bumblebee.
Also Bumblebee. Oh my god. Accurate.
Oh, yep. And yep and yep.
Talk about time travel movies. And which ones make the most sense and which ones make the least sense.
I like that. I think,
Most possible time travel to least possible time travel.
yeah.
And remember, the Avengers, it's not like Back to the Future. They make it very
No.
clear. It's
No.
not like Back to the Future.
Very much not Back to the Future. They cannot stress that enough.
They made an entire oh my god. Well, Pacific Games couldn't make it tonight, but he sends his regards and
Oh,
gonna come with some topics to lure him in.
Mm.
I'm excited.
I mean, I do notice a real lack of Star Trek related topics.
Mm.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, other than Trek v
Trek
Trek.
versus
Okay.
track. Star Trek versus the musical tracks that various actors have made, including the William Shatner,
Common
Okay.
people?
Elton John one, including Spock's
Zumbo.
songs from outer space.
Yeah.
And
Does
I
it
think
including
it's gonna
Disco
be a
Trekkin'
long time.
by Janice Rand.
Oh, right. She has a
including
song.
the I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard of
The
the
USS
USS
Enterprise.
Enterprise. All of the musical tracks. All of the tracks versus tracks. Tracks
What about the
versus
track
tracks.
from the album where Gene Roddenberry just talks about Vulcan sex?
This motherfucker was so horny on Maine
How
that
horny was he?
they almost didn't renew the show despite its ratings. Because he was so fucking horny on Maine, and NBC was like, just didn't want to fucking deal with that.
Is this
'Cause he was
season 2
sketchy
information?
as hell, yeah.
Yeah, this is season
He
2
was
info.
sketchy as hell with Majel Barrett, and she was great, and she deserved every role that she got. But the reason she was there is because they were having an affair,
Oh my
and
God.
everyone fucking knew it, and it was really sketchy to like keep trying to give your affair partner, like, get her into roles. Like, that's just, it looks sketchy, and it created an environment. It was an environment wherein people were not protected from, from sexual harassment. It was constant.
That was also not
He-
the only person he had an affair with.
No, he had an affair with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But finally, when he married Majel Barrett, they both had they were both happy with open relationships. So that was a match.
Yeah.
There was no cheating at that point. But he was sketchy as hell.
Remember when the computer flirts with Kirk?
Yes.
Yeah. It was
It's not super
'cause-
relevant, but
No, it's just when they landed on the planet full of female engineers who just assumed that they would want a female voice on the
Yep.
computer.
yeah.
Yep. That and the
Will
space
do,
hookers.
Captain.
They were a little bit like, why did you make space hookers? Why were you so adamant about the random scientist, like, it being like suggested that he fucks the robot that he made? Like, it was very important to Gene that there was a line in there about
Pleasure planets are canon.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were all wondering.
oh yeah, and that fucking freaked him out. And then there was, oh gosh, oh my god,
You'll have to listen to the great Star Trek podcast, Red
Red
Sharks.
Sharks.
he was so fucking sketchy.
New episode going to be out tonight. I'm really excited.
Ooh. Which one?
I was just about to check.
Because it's the one after The Devil in the Dark,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is one
And
of my
that is the
favorites.
Errand of Mercy,
Errand of
Oh.
Mercy.
where we see the Klingons for the first
Mm.
time. And you will see Klingons this Sunday when we stream Star Trek Infinity, the strategy game in which we're just going to try and be the Federation and not fuck it up. And I'll fuck it up for sure.
Yay!
It's
I'm
very
so
true.
excited. I'm so very excited to
Now-
bring some knowledge and bullshit facts and real facts. Because you see, it's a factoid, aka not real, that Star Trek had terrible ratings, and that's why they weren't going to renew it.
Ooh.
No. They had great ratings, but in order to get the second season, Roddenberry was like, fuck, NBC is gunning for me because I am a creep who cannot run his show well. And Harlan Ellison, he's like, help me. And Harlan Ellison was like, I will help you. And he got all these fancy sci-fi writers to use all of the mailing lists that they would get from sci-fi conventions and mail letters to all those people being like, please write to NBC to save Star Trek. Like, they may not renew it. And that's what really cemented the idea that it had low ratings, because all these fuckers were getting mail being like, save Star Trek.
That is, oh.
Yeah, that was literally like 3 months before Harlan Ellison decided that he hated Gene Roddenberry and everyone who worked for the fucking thing, except for Dorothy Fontana. He loved her for 30 years until she finally told him that she helped rewrite his episode, The City on the Edge of Forever, which could not be produced as written.
No.
Nope.
But he was so sad. He was like, it broke my heart. I loved her.
But
she was the
also
only
crazy.
one of any talent, which is entirely true. Not entirely true. It is mostly true.
I mean, you're saying that it might not be true that she was the only one with talent.
Yes, yeah.
But she certainly had
Extreme
talent. I mean, she gets to come back she does come back for TNG.
Exactly. She only leaves because Roddenberry was such an unreasonable asshole.
Accurate.
And total creep.
That is why, yeah.
We will not do unreasonables versus assholes, although I do love the sound of it.
I mean, that sounds a pretty good sound.
Ooh, if we're doing...
I think I got that sound you've been looking for. Listen to this.
You were starting to say something, Boise?
Just saying that Roddenberry was being a creep again.
Oh, yes.
So is Joe DaGosta, the casting director, and Bill Theiss. He was the guy who was dressing all of them. He was gay. He really didn't give a fuck. But they wanted all these sexy women, so he would just go buy bolts of fabric and tape them to the women, which is why all of the costumes look like someone draped a bolt of fabric over someone.
Because they did.
I don't know.
either
This covers your
jumpsuits-
tits, which is what NBC wants us to do. So here you go.
Right?
Here, Gene. Here's your women.
Here's your sexy women. Calm the fuck down. God.
The good, the bad, and the Gene. That's our mantra on Red
Yes.
Charts.
Yes.
Now that could even be a good title. Or
The
a
good, the
topic.
bad, and the Gene.
The good, the bad, and the Gene. Now that might be. I mean, that does overlap with Red Charts a decent amount, but
Yeah, but it could be a Red Shart special.
Yeah. Yeah, Missed Calls with the Former Randoms presents Red Charts presents The Good, the Bad, and the Gene.
Yeah.
A new low.
A deconstruction of all the things that Gene did.
There's
mean,
a fucking
ending-
list in this book. They
Ending
bullet
with
pointed
the
it.
racism and the homophobia.
You could do Looking at
Yeah.
Dicks in the Dark, a new low, but it's just looking at a picture of Gene Roddenberry.
I wish I could host a special called Looking at Dicks in the Dark.
Gether did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
On
god.
public access, there was an episode called Looking at Dicks in the Dark, where they all were pantsless. So it wasn't supposed to be in the dark. The power went out. The lights went out. But they were all, it was like Murph, Gethard, Messenger Bag, and a fourth, who is it, Keith? And they're behind they're in a skirt that contains all of them. And they're just describing each other's dicks.
Oh, boys. Boys will
And,
be boys.
At one
Boys
point,
will be
oh, Human
boys.
Fish. Human Fish is the fourth one. And at one point, they flap them around, and you hear them.
Maybe I do need to get into the Chris Gethard show. I don't know.
So this is how this is how that episode starts.
Naked from the waist down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, that's Murph?
No.
Oh, okay. I was confused because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, she was
Where's the hair?
impressed by
There it is.
when I said you were on The Office, she was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, "Okay, Mary Jane, we should work something out."
That's cool, man. Yeah, I will drive out to Pittsburgh and hang out all day, and we'll go. We'll get. They make great soda, man. They make Jamaica's finest ginger beer.
Hey, I love Jamaica's finest ginger beer.
I've never had it. Oh, Connor's on that episode too. Because it's when he was going to the Olympics.
I feel like I'm watching it in our little corner in there. You didn't do cash or trash. It was looking at dicks in the dark.
Looking at those ducks.
I've heard a lot of people use the dumpster episode to get people into TCGS.
Oh yes, that's the cash or trash one.
Oh, that is cash.
I don't know what the actual name of one. I don't know what it's called.
I think it's cash or trash.
Yeah. I use dicks in the dark.
A one man's trash.
Messenger bag has the look of every single boy I had a crush on in like junior high and high school. That like swoop hair.
We met Messenger Bag's mom. Because we were going to see the Gethard show live at a bar in San Francisco. And by live, I mean played on TVs in the bar in San Francisco at a True TV. We went to the True TV activation events for the Gethard show. And Messenger Bag's mom was also there.
Yeah. And a cool DJ called 4chan from Calex, Berkeley College Radio.
That's right.
Which you can listen to online, and you should.
Yeah.
Especially, what is it, film previews?
Film close-ups.
Film close-ups on Saturdays at, what, 6?
5:30.
It's really good, and Lena helps. Lena is part of that, and it's great. Catch it online. Calex, Berkeley College Radio. Yeah, it's great.
It's great. No, it's absolutely great.
What was I watching? I was watching something recently where they filmed at Berkeley. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Not
the Star Trek that was filmed at UCLA.
Oh, that's what it is. UCLA.
Yeah.
On red shirts. Yep, you nailed it. That's what it is.
It's like two different spots, and for like one like shot, they like go into a building. It's definitely just like a UCLA building. Yes. Lena's there, tells us what movies are good, tells us about the ones that are coming out. Lovely discussions about movies. Love it. It's a
great
beautiful compliment to the type of movie talk consumption that I think many people here do. Like, it's very in the same genre, like in the same thing as the one with Griffin.
Blank Check with Griffin
Yes.
and David.
Yes.
I love this list. Let's go through the ones that we've had so far. Fred versus Durst. Oceans versus Numbers. Dune versus Dune with a dollar sign. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. Gaki no Tsukai. Screw it. Let's just talk about Farscape. Hawks versus Socks. Ticks versus Talks. Petsmaster Night. I Would I Lie to You Night. A Mole Night. Traitors Night, which might be also gay thing. The Missing Information Superhighway, where we have to guess who's high, who's not. Randoms Loves Movies. We're gonna have our own Trek rave. We're gonna have Trek versus Trek, our bracket off to figure out what is the best Trek. We're gonna do some sort of March Madness in 2024. We're gonna have Toby versus Jones. We're gonna get into the Phonyverse, where Beeswax versus Beeswax. We're gonna have our sitcom night. BSG, Battlestar Galactica versus MGS, Metal Gear Solid. We're gonna talk Talkies versus Tackies. We're gonna dive into the snow globe that is the Tommy Westphal universe. We're gonna do some gay stuff. We're gonna do Oscar night, which is also gay stuff. Talk about board games, do something with Star Wars. We're gonna play Guess Who Was In, Lord versus the Rings. We're gonna talk about successful movie adaptations, time travel movies, Star Treks. We're gonna do a quite interesting night, which we're talking about factoids, which are things that people think are true but are not true, which is what the definition of a factoid is. And extreme talent night, where we're going to show examples of people with extreme talents. The good, the bad, and the gene. I want to do a choose your own adventure night, and also we can play a night of where in the world is missing information. So that is a wonderful list of ideas so far. People, do we have any other ideas that we would like to add? The list does feel strong. There's good energy radiating from this list. And of course, we're always allowed to go off script. This is just ideas for us to strive for and to really mark down things that if they're going to need some planning beforehand, we have some time to talk about it versus stuff that we can pick with.
That's true.
Talk about any moment. But yes, this is, let's get those ideas on there. Oh, whom named Maddie, do you have any ideas for a list that we have on? Oh, another state fair. Oh, I would love to do another state fair app. Yeah, absolutely.
We definitely need another state fair. That was really fun.
Yes. Can do. Not election coverage.
Oh, certainly not that. No.
Let's do not election. Yeah,
If-
let's do an anti-election eve.
If there's one thing we've learned from Chris Gethard, it's don't do an election night show.
Thing Missy and in real life don't have an election night party. Especially if you're going in character as Broseph McCarthy.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's really good.
But that pun is really good.
It's really
It gives you the ironic distance, too.
It was.
Yeah. I was watching live. It was very sad. I don't think you do want to see it. It wasn't fun sad. It was just sad.
Now, there's a story. Why do you have a Dick Cheney mask?
We have a George W. Bush mask.
I mean, fair. Like, why? Because you robbed banks or something? The only
found
people I
it.
know have...
We found it.
And
at
we
a thrift-
might want to rob a bank. I don't know.
That's fair.
In my
Maybe
Is
we'll
George
paint
W.
it white
Bush,
and
is
be a
George W.
serial
Bush
killer.
ever going to come on and host trivia? Are we ever going to get a George W. Bush night where we talk about all the things that his administration did?
I heard that early 2000s are really back in vogue.
I'm not gonna lie. My parents had him like via like video be a speaker at one of the nights they were going to, and I was just like, oh no, I just don't want you to go hear a war criminal speak. Thanks. Robbing banks is just practical anti-capitalism.
Yes.
I love it.
Take action. Rob a bank. Distribute wealth. Come on.
The revolution starts here.
Yes.
Here. Right here.
Argyle, I do want you to come and talk to me about anarchy.
Yes.
One time and record that. I want that needs to happen. I've heard a lot about it from my husband. I need more. I'm a filthy pragmatist. Break my ways. The revolution will be demonetized.
Oh.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of a video game related one. Oh, about things that made us like videos or movies. Okay, so that's part of the subject. We have to do like video games you played growing up. So like,
Because we already did video game adaptations.
yeah. Well, no, we didn't have video game adaptations
Oh,
necessarily.
we did it. That could be a returning one.
Oh, we did that. Yes.
Like the games, we could talk about like the
video games.
I don't have a snappy version, but like I guess as part of childhood video games, the games you played that you don't think anyone else remembers.
Oh,
or has
that's a
heard
good.
of. The one of the ones I thought was that is actually on the Nintendo Virtual Console, so for SNES. So I guess it was more popular than I thought.
I see. That's some of my DOS games. I feel like there might be a few that I'm not sure how many
Oh.
people have played before.
I thought Jazz Jackrabbit was
Oh, Commander Keen.
Yeah.
That's what I did too. So we have that in common. And yes, Jazz Jackrabbit, because you mentioned you had played it, correct?
that. I did, yeah.
Yeah. I missed the human-sized spiders, and yes, human-sized spiders. We want to make sure everyone knows you are welcome here. at
Yeah.
This Calls with Randoms.
Yeah, we're
It takes-
spider friendly.
Into the Spider-Verse, where we talk about actual spiders.
Oh, I do like that.
Anarchist Spiders was definitely an indie band in the late 90s.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like the idea that it's like USA characters welcome, but for anarchist spiders.
Here's the thing: is this I that needs to happen. he would have listed you stuff. Oh, that was so much fun hanging out on the swamp. I need to thank Boyd and DDV again for having us onto that. Alex had a great time. We also just need it's a one we've done before, but we also just need to do like another just 5-row video night. Just like share your favorite videos.
I do love the just share a video nights.
The grab bag of just anything that people want to share is so much fun. I'm feeling pretty good about this list.
Yeah, this is a good list so far.
This is a very good list. So here's the question.
Huh?
Do we want to keep brainstorming, or do we want to jump into some Jackbox games?
We could do some. Oh shit!
Yes, he so excited that you couldn't even get the T in there.
Was boring for everyone from us? Was that about anarchist speculation?
Yes.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. We still have not really done almost anything in Jackbox 9.
That's true. We've really mostly just done the Do Re Mi.
Yes, and we could I didn't know what else by Do Re Mi. We could also do some of that, but I would be fine doing some stuff in Jackbox 9 if people are interested in it. And also, I mean, 10 too if you want to do it. But yeah, I feel comfortable with the list we have right now, and I just want everyone for giving us some ideas for topics that we're going to do and things that you are interested in. That was mostly my goal, was just to sort of make sure that we cover some of the stuff that that y'all want to talk about, because this is just as much time as it is ours, both metaphorically and literally. Like, you know, you're here.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of doing some community Jackbox. 1BBBR wants to try some JB9.
Let me get my screen shared. Oh, I'm gonna have to go through whatchamacallit, aren't I? Voice meter.
No, to get the audio in? I think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, I know. I do think so.
Or you do think so? Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to, unless you have, when you do a share screen.
It doesn't give me the option for it. I just remembered it says you can't share the audio. You have to do a tab or share my entire window.
Oh,
So
right. Yeah.
I will be right back.
Well, be sure after Jackbox to stay here where intern Christy and Fluval will be doing some new Star Trek trivia.
Star Trek.
Because they
Nothing
definitely...
but Star Trek.
They definitely knew that today was the
There's
anniversary.
only Star Trek.
They definitely knew today was the anniversary of Deep Space Nine.
Star
That was definitely on purpose.
Trek. Star Trek. Nothing but Star Trek.
Because Deep Space Nine made its debut on January 3rd, 1993.
Nothing but stars.
So 31 years ago today, the world was introduced to Benjamin Sisko.
Happy birthday, Star Trek. In honor of Star Trek's birthday, let's read all of the reasons why NBC didn't want to work with Gene Roddenberry. Some of them are reasonable, and some of them are super not.
Yeah.
Um.
You tell him, Voicey.
Yeah. Oh, I will. I will. There's a bulleted list in this fucking book.
It takes me 5 minutes now.
So. Wait, I'm so sorry. I marked the wrong page.
Oh, no.
I marked the wrong page. Oh, okay. The Bad Blood began when Roddenberry rallied civil rights activist groups to take action against NBC after the network refused to air an episode that he produced for The Lieutenant, because he did The Lieutenant, the show before Star Trek, which dealt with race hatred. And after pressure from the NAACP, it reversed its decision, but they canceled the show. So they are racist fucks. Roddenberry got a second chance with Star Trek, but they were irritated the network men with his extracurricular activities on the casting couch. That is the sentence.
Oh, no.
It does not go into detail, but what the actual fuck? It was so bad that NBC was, like, not into it. They thought he was that creepy.
That in the 60s?
Yes. Then, by casting an unknown actress, Majel Barrett, one of his lovers, she was, as the female lead in the original Star Trek pilot, which she was. And she did a great job.
As number one.
The network asked that she be dropped from the cast because they're like, what the fuck? Like, we don't know who this person is. And he snuck her back in with a blonde wig on to be Nurse Chapel, which she was great on.
And
but
it worked.
They knew.
Oh, they knew. Okay.
They were like, okay, fucking fine. It's like a smaller like part, but it's still weird. You don't want someone running a show who keeps putting his lovers in the roles.
Certainly not. It's just he didn't
thankfully
successfully Clark Kent it.
No, he happened to have extremely talented lovers. As the production of the first season progressed, Roddenberry was increasingly resistant to story and script changes suggested by Stan Robertson, NBC's production manager assigned to Star Trek. He, in fact, chewed Robertson out for giving script notes directly to Dorothy Fontana for her to play Charlie X. He probably had a better time communicating with her, to be perfectly honest. Then there were the skimpy outfits Roddenberry encouraged costume build designer Bill Theiss to put into Star Trek. It was America's first look at the mini skirt. It got worse. Roddenberry encouraged his writers to develop stories which were overly provocative for NBC's taste, including Hookers in Space of Mudd's Women, and the story of scientist Dr. Roger Corby, who was apparently having sex with an android. Then there was also the episode where Kirk splits in two and attacks and tries to assault Janice Rand.
We're talking about why NBC didn't want to work with Gene Roddenberry.
And they're like, what the fuck, Gene? Like, no. Other stories dealt with drugs or symptoms resembling taking of drugs. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit reason. Another story made commentary about U.S. foreign policy in Vietnam, Errand of Mercy, the one where they meet the Klingons for the first time. That's another bullshit reason. Oh, and they intended to put the first interracial kiss on television in The Alternative Factor.
Much earlier.
A season 1 episode. And NBC fucking, like, called Gene Kuhn, the producer, like, did a bunch of, like, off-the-record calls with him about it, leading him to write, like, this really awesome role for a black lady into basically nothing. And during all of this, they never brought it in on budget. Literally never. They always went over budget. But it had really good ratings.
The show, yeah.
Yes, the
This
show.
one was invented by a writer.
It sure was plausible deniability. It was invented by multiple writers, in fact. Not,
It
you
was
know,
invented by
perhaps
many writers.
some sort of room of them. Well, not really in this case, actually, but yeah, I'm just bouncing around.
Let's see. What else can I share that isn't direct answers to trivia?
Arguably, you've already shared some that are
Arguably.
so eagle-eared listeners, I hope you were looking out.
Yes. During the second season, Roddenberry was very concerned that Kirk was not a hero. He was not the main character. And it's like, fuck you, there are 3 stars. It's actually more of an ensemble show.
I mean, it directly says, also starring
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy, not co-starring.
No, but he was so pissy in the second season when
Shatner.
the co-stars... No, Gene.
Oh.
When the co-stars were like, excuse me, we are co-stars. A change was made to the opening title sequence. Gene Roddenberry's name now came before Nimoy's. Star Trek, created by Gene Roddenberry, starring William Shatner, and then Leonard Nimoy as Spock. And then at the end of the episode, boom, Gene Roddenberry, executive producer. Shatner was also a little bitch.
Just a little.
A little bitch.
Little.
About it. You know, his behavior depended kind of on who you were. All of the women on the shows were like, he was so nice. He was so nice and flirty. He was hilarious. He was so funny. Yeah, because he was fucking flirting with them. He also hit on a 16-year-old when he was like 28 or some shit. And then she came back to do an episode of Star Trek and was like, oh.
Hi, blog.
Hey!
Hey! Pinball Hall of Fame, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Pinball. Perlina suggestion.
I love that.
It was awesome. Wow, I took so many pictures I've not posted anywhere. Let's find my phone.
Well, it sounds like your phone would qualify, you know, as something of...
Had a boy first and she's a girl, and so it turns out they're a little bit easier.
Yeah. And I have so many pictures from Vegas. I don't know if everyone saw this one. This is my favorite picture I took.
The dome. Or the sphere.
Ooh,
it looks
the
so
sphere!
happy.
How was the sphere? Tell us everything about the sphere.
The
How
sphere was
Postcards
great.
from Earth?
Postcard from Earth was really good. I mean, yes, spoilers for Postcard from Earth. You know, when you're waiting for it, they've got like classic bar, like you're watching going to watch a film, and you're like, that's going to be larger. That's not. You're not gonna be in the sphere and just watch something in a movie theater format. But it's like maybe 10 minutes into it before it expands, and I'm like, is it really gonna just be? I'm like, it's just a regular movie, and then finally gets into it with the 4D effects where you got like wind blowing on you.
Well, and how long is it?
How long was it? Like an hour?
Okay. So it's not like you're halfway through before it expands.
No. But still I was like, is this just a regular movie? It was just good. What was weird about it.
Now that's a universe of energy.
The worst part about it is we got there. Well, first our doorman knew and told the taxi like the Venetian, and the taxi driver was like, here, try to drop us off somewhere else, and they're like, no, you gotta go to the Venetian, drop them off, and then we were like, well, let's just walk outside and go just a direct line to where the sphere is, which we did, and then we get to the sphere and you go up, and then they're like, oh, you have to go to the back of the line, and you are in a giant mass crowd of people all walking toward the back of the line with more people joining you, and we walked the entire length of what we walked outside, and you could see it and be like, hey, remember we were outside and we walked all of this from outside? And then you finally get all the way to the back of the line and you are at the Venetian. So we literally walked that distance 4 times.
Wow, 4 times?
Outside, and then we walked it when we got back to the back of the line, and then we walked it to get to the sphere, and then when we lost the sphere, we walked that way as well.
Apparently it was shown in 18K.
18K, wow.
And so that's why they can show the approximately 2,000 crew member credits all at once.
Yeah, the sphere is great. Definitely recommend it.
How round is it?
It's very round.
Would you say it's a sphere or is it more of a dome?
It's half a sphere.
The sphere in the Venetian holds the record for the tallest sphere building.
Wow.
I saw this on Wikipedia today in lists of tallest types of buildings. They had that ready to go. That a sphere is a type of a building.
Because the rumor is they're going to build some more.
The one in London isn't happening.
Oh, it's not? It got fully canceled. Okay.
I would love if they built a second one just right next to the first one. Speaking of London, we also actually that picture I took was from the High Roller, which is essentially the Millennium Eye. And someone told me that apparently it's the largest wheel in the country because it's like a meter taller than the one in London, just so that they could say that they have the tallest one.
Yes, the planning permit was rejected for the sphere in London. It says, yeah, because all the stuff they're referring to was the proposed music venue. Would have been equipped.
Well, that's the end of that chapter.
But it's also a test because I was shocked when I found out that it was basically the same size as the London wheel because it really shows you how gigantic the buildings are in Vegas. Because in London, you're like, oh my God, look how high we are. Big Ben is way down there. And when you're in Vegas, you're like, we're about as tall as every other building.
Is it taller than the Stratosphere?
No, the Stratosphere is still taller.
Okay.
Which one's the Stratosphere?
The Strat Hotel.
The Strat. It's the Seattle deal.
The Strat.
We did not go to the Strat.
Nor the upon Avon.
Oh, there's a cat. There's a cat on screen.
You didn't go to the Strat Hotel Casino Tower? Those are the
No.
3 things it markets itself as: hotel, casino, tower.
I heard a sneezy baby earlier, but I don't
No,
know
the
where-
Stratosphere is not even a dome or a ball.
No,
it's
it's just-
like a tower with a cone on it.
It's just a giant penis.
No, the Salesforce Tower is a giant penis.
Oh, okay.
What's it's Salesforce Tower?
Oh, I'll show you all Salesforce Tower. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it on Twitch now that implied nudity's banned.
Oh my god.
See, that's why there's a stratosphere and there's a sphere.
I looked up the Salesforce Tower. That's scandalous.
Oh wow.
There's my there's my home gal, the Trans America Pyramid. No.
No,
I can't
now
even
you
find
can't.
nudity.
You have to. You can't even have like a the opening sequence to Spy Who Shagged Me is against Twitch TOS now.
Yep. Because you can't just like even have like
Because it has like the
credits
Yeah.
covering is
Also because
Oh, here you
of
go.
copyright reasons.
Well, right, but like if you shot a public domain reenactment, you can't like be shot from like the neck up and just like suggest that you're naked below, even though you're
What
fully
if you're
dressed.
fully clothed, and people can see you're fully clothed, but you're just like, I'm naked.
That's probably okay because you're
Underneath
not really.
my clothes, nudity.
Well, that's probably fine.
That's implied
My-
nudity,
My
I'm
existence
implying.
implies nudity has happened somewhere.
right?
That's true.
I was born
I mean,
a child.
Fluvel's nude all the time.
So
Except
without
he
even-
Not
always
all.
wears
No,
a
that's
hat.
not all the time. Fluval wears hats and hair
That's true.
and glasses sometimes.
So without even really going to see what's going to come up next, these are pictures I took at the Pinball Hall of Fame. Right away, there's Zoltar.
Zoltar.
Zoltar!
Zoltar.
The building. It's like, where's the Pinball Hall of Fame? And it's a building, a just giant building that says Pinball. Let's see. We got. Oops. Now we're going the wrong way. Now you're seeing desserts instead. We got Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Oh,
Star
this is
Trek.
they had literally had a cabinet that said Star Trek Voyager, but it wasn't working.
Oh. TMNT.
Oh, of course, Ninja
I
Turtles.
see April O'Neil.
Oh, now it's this way. Oh, this is me taking a picture of TMNT next to Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, well, what a 90s paradise right there.
It's like, if you could explain me in 2 arcade cabinets. Although I didn't know there was a Star Trek Voyager game. Also, it said like cop something, so it clearly was repurposed as a different game.
That actually could be a fun topic, too. Define me in 2 arcade cabinets.
Define me. Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
right.
adding it to the list.
Oh, I went the wrong way. We got Street Fighter 2.
Pinball, though.
Pinball. It's funny trying to figure out what they are in the zoom image. What is this one?
It's not the Addams
Oh,
family.
Elvira. It wasn't working. It was an Elvira.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, I
Twilight
remember the
Zone.
Twilight Zone one.
That was a good one. Oh, I
Star
had
Trek
it.
Racer Arcade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that's pod racing.
No, God damn it.
Oh, they've got
Punch Out.
Punch Out.
Oh, original Punch Out.
Tetris.
Oh, yeah, with like the
Original Tetris.
Kremlin.
Which I haven't even seen the video yet, but can we talk about how Tetris was just beaten?
Yeah, a kid just beat
Yeah.
Tetris. A 13-year-old pro Tetris player got to the kill screen.
Also, I can't remember who, but someone learned earlier tonight that Tetris the movie came out already. And it was on
Yeah.
Apple TV.
It's a good movie.
It's on Apple TV Plus, much like
It's-
Foundation.
It's obviously there are some parts which are obviously enhanced for a movie, but it's surprisingly pretty accurate to the actual story, except for all the extra KGB scariness, where it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there was some things kind of happening behind the scenes, but not like KGB Mafia.
Also, For All Mankind is on Apple TV.
Yeah.
And I've seen
The
the first
morning
episode of
show.
Foundation. I need to watch more of it. And the morning show. God fucking damn it! Why do you remind me? Because they went to space, and Reese Witherspoon's brother did January 6th.
In space?
Not in space. Those are two separate events.
Oh, okay.
The big highlight that they had outside advertised is they had Venom pinball,
Let the devil in, Alien?
which was honestly, this is probably the best pinball machine that I played. Oh, of course they had a Mandalorian pinball machine.
This is the
Heck yeah.
way.
Here's another picture of it.
They have a Boba Fett, the Adventures of Boba Fett pinball machine, but it turns into the Mandalorian machine halfway through.
Halfway through it. Oh, I think people here would like this. You got Batman.
Oh!
Pinball.
Ooh.
I remember freaking out the first time I was near that machine. I think that Voicey like made sure to pull me over so I would see it.
I just
Phony,
listened-
What?
are you restricting my ability to make strange noises?
Nope.
Damn it.
I heard that one.
Could someone give us a yakety sax?
Newcomers just did their first episode
There we go.
of the season, and they did the movie about the Batman TV show movie.
Oh, I knew that they're
is
doing
that-
it. I guess that makes sense. It's the first movie.
Thank you, Opala Koala, for that yakety sax. Also, it was great on Friday hearing Wiz react to all the weird sound alerts.
That
So,
was so good.
Thank you to everyone, including Blog, who
That
played
was
some.
amazing. That was so funny.
They had this Big Lebowski pinball game where you bowl.
Oh, it really
You,
pulls
like-
the room together.
You hit the flipper and then the pinball comes out and then you try to knock some pins over with it.
That's cool.
They have a Big Lebowski themed cafe in Reykjavik.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Do they only serve White Russians?
I probably. Yes! Oh my god, Lena! This is the best tease! Thank you for being able to phrase it in a way that doesn't reveal too much. For All Mankind is amazing, everyone. It's so good.
I mean, speaking of heists,
Oh my god, I've played the Indiana Jones pinball machine. It's great.
it deserves to be in a museum.
I mean, you know what they say. If
God damn
pinball had a name, it'd be Indiana Jones.
We named the dog Pinball.
We need they need to update it and add Toby Jones into it.
Yeah.
We also played the Spinal Tap Pinball.
Oh, does it go to 11?
It does actually. That's like your goal is to get to 11.
That's so great.
Doctor Who.
Ooh.
Classic one? Oh yeah, nice.
With
Looks like it's
Only
Sylvester.
7 doctors.
yeah, who was probably the Doctor at the time.
Yep, I believe that was an 88 machine or 89 machine.
This was cool. I like these older ones. This was a pinball machine that have flippers in it. You just pull it.
Oh
and
yeah.
If the ball gets trapped in there, then it stays in there. If not, it goes and it just does it over again. And you try to get, I guess, a good hand of poker with it.
Oh, interesting.
That was probably the coolest part of it. Oh, look, this one wasn't working, but your
That's one of the
Wars.
machines that explains me.
Oh yeah.
trilogy arcade game.
That Star Wars Trilogy arcade is mwah, chef's kiss. Chef's
You
kiss.
love that Hoth level.
You love the Hoth level. You love the Endor on the speeder bikes.
Another old one. This one was a baseball where you would do it and it would like, you get like a single and then like the little thing would spin and it gets the first base and
It's interesting seeing them play so much with the form of pinball.
and then there's a better picture of the building.
I wonder what's there.
It was funny because
T in ball.
it's right by the oh, that's not a picture of it, but it's right by the famous sign.
The Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Which I heard is technically not in Las Vegas.
I guess so. It's on the very outskirts of
Yeah.
it. So those are all
illegal.
the pinball machines I took pictures of. Of course, I got these pictures too. Where I've got Nightmare.
BattleBots.
BattleBots was a lot of fun. I was not expecting it. There's more Nightmare. I was not expecting. One of the co-hosts is the original host of the Comedy Central BattleBots.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they had some of like the biggest bots. Like they had Nightmare, they had Overdrive.
Was Biohazard there?
I can't remember. I don't think so.
Okay. DR Girl, I got 2 words for you that I think will get you into For All Mankind. Lesbian astronauts.
Wow.
Was it Bill Dwyer?
Yes, Bill Dwyer.
Yeah.
Sounds more like For All Womankind.
Hey.
Can we get another yakety sax, please?
Wait, is Bill Nye on BattleBots now?
No, not Bill Nye.
So, because when I went and looked up BattleBots, it says that starring Mark Bureau, Bill Nye, Donica Derrico, Tracy Bingham, Randy and Jason Sklar.
That's fun.
Yeah, apparently the Sklars were on BattleBots.
Do you remember
it's the OG cast for sure.
Remember they had the Sklars had that. I think it was on ESPN. They had an ESPN show where they narrated like obscure, like they did like mini golf, like
Was that Scarborough
like
Country?
No,
Scarborough Country is their podcast. That's right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, someone look into this. I remember seeing it at least once. I remember mini golf for sure. I can't remember if it was them covering a live event or if it was an event that already happened that they just kind of MST3K'd.
View from the Cheap Seats.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Blocktoven, we have to show you the work that we've been doing.
Oh, wow.
Tonight. So these are just the variety of topics that we've gone over here. So we have new ideas. We have Fred versus Durst, specifically also talking about his many video game appearances. We have Oceans versus Numbers. We have Dune versus Dune with a $sign, of course, Dunes.
I think you mean Num3ers?
Num3ers. I'm so sorry, I pronounced that wrong. This was one suggested by Wiz. It's Gakino Zukai. Then screw it. We're just going to talk about Farscape.
Oh, Farscape.
Oh my god! Yes!
So that's one where I said I think we need to have interns.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Where was I when you decided this?
I don't know. I was here.
I don't know.
You were in another planet, apparently.
Doing my fucking voice makeup. Yes.
Don't worry. I've turned down the limiter.
So then, Boise must have also not heard when I said we might have to have a oh god, what was it? We said Sharkscape, or was it?
Yeah, it was Sharkscape.
Yes.
A Sharkscape episode where
Yes.
Missy watches some Farscape.
Yes. Yes.
Then we got Hawks versus
Yes.
Socks, Ticks versus Talks. We want to do a Taskmaster night. Would I Lie to You night? We want Phony wants to do a mole. We want to do an episode of The Traders, which also might turn into Gay Thing, where we have to figure out who is the thing. We talked about the Superhighway, where people will have to figure out who's high and who's not. One BBR offered to do a Randoms Loves Movies.
Yes!
We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a Shrek rave. We're gonna talk about Shrek and play Shrek music. We're gonna do.
How about Shrek? I see we have
Shrek
Shrek versus Shrek, but how about Shrek versus Shrek? where it's the ogre versus
Max Shrek.
Either the actor who played Nosferatu or Christopher Walken's character who was named Max Shrek.
Yeah,
in
like that.
Batman Returns. That's 3 Shreks.
We have Trek
Gay
versus Trek,
thing!
which is where we're gonna do Trek. Which is the best Trek. We also need to within this brainstorm topics for March Madness for 2024. Toby versus Jones. We need to dive into the Phonyverse, where we need to build Phony's canon out further, and we can get into it. There's Bees versus Beeswax. Beeswax versus Beeswax. We're gonna have
beads.
Bees.
Buzz.
Not the bees.
I can't not make that joke when I hear.
Then we have sitcom night. We're gonna do BSG, Battlestar Galactica versus MGS, Metal Gear Solid. We're gonna do yes, I agree. We need to do Talkie versus Tackies. Then we need
Tackies.
Then we need to do the Tommy Westfall universe, which is exploring the Snow Globe universe that is within Tommy Westfield's Snow Globe at the end of St. Elsewhere via all the connected characters.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the one. I assume it's Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
Yeah.
Versus
Metal Gear Solid.
Got it. Okay.
And this is for the Phonyverse.
Wow.
Yes. We need to have we're gonna do something where it's just gay. We're just gonna do something real gay, Pride Month stuff. And Oscar, we're gonna do Oscar night. That one's also for the gays. Board game night. We're just gonna talk about board games. Star Wars. We want to do something there. We want to do another round. We were suggested to do another round of Guess Who Was in the style of Guess Who's in the Ringo Starr Band, where we have people just have to guess who was in from whatever topic. We're going to do Lord with an E versus Rings. We want to talk about successful movie adaptations, things where the movies are better than the book or the material that it's based on.
Adaptations.
Yeah, movies that never were. Time travel movies. We have been suggested Star Tracks, which is talking about all the Star Trek related musical tracks, be that music from Star Trek or music from the people who were on Star Trek. We want to have a night that's okay.
I was gonna say,
oh my god,
I just thought of another topic that makes me think of pod racing, because that's a Star Trek.
Ooh.
Which made me think of pod racing versus podcasting.
Ooh, pod racing. Now this is podcasting. We want to do a factoid tonight where people bring things that are thought to be true but aren't true. Hence the fact that they're factoids. Extreme talents night where we send in videos of people and their extreme talents. Intern Emily wants to do a episode of a Red Shirt special called The Good, the Bad, and the Gene, where we just get into all about Gene Roddenberry's shit. I want to do a Choose Your Own Adventure night, as well as a Where in the World is Misinformation night. We also were requested another State Fair episode when that comes around. We're going to do an anti-election eve. We're just going to not talk about the election after it happens. An anti-capitalism night, of course. And we want to talk about memory hole games, like video games that you play that you think like you're one of the few people that remember them. We want to enter the Spider-Verse, where we talk about actual spiders. We just added this one, Define Me, into arcade games, and then some of the returning things that people wanted. We have Beef Week, Sandwich Night, Doctor Who. We want to talk about that again since it's coming up. We want to do Not the Holiday Special 2, where we watch a different holiday special. Films versus Their Twins was not a.
What about the movie Twins?
Well, that would Twins, and yeah, Films versus Their Twins. Also, we'll talk about how weird Twins is. Everyone forgets that Emma Thompson is in Twins. She plays the wife. Like, okay,
yeah. She's the one that, yeah.
Ooh, wonderful, Specific Andrew. I love this.
I really like the idea of the memory hole games.
And then we just want to do another share your favorite video night. We just love that one when everyone shares their favorite videos and we just get to watch it all. Is Fight Club versus Bike Club anything? We will put it on there.
Here's another. I don't think we meant to bring this home from Vegas, but was drunk and saw this and we got this.
Oh my God. I told you about the time I had pickled cotton candy and it's one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth.
Well,
it's awful. It's so awful. It's so awful. I don't know why you're doing that. Oh God.
This is my dinner.
This is horrifying. I know what it tastes like, and it's making me feel all sorts of bad things.
Tastes like pickles.
Pickles is horrible.
Oh no. Well, does this count as food?
Yeah.
I don't think this even counts as food.
I think it counts.
Fine.
It counts as punishment. For sure.
Fluval.
What?
You surprised me. I wanted to come in with a.
Well, you should, as I stay perfectly still. Oh, now I'm moving. Good.
There we go. Everyone is pleased, shocked, and excited at the arrival
of me.
Of Fluval.
If this was Star Trek, we'd hear the dun 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 dun.
You would.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fascinating.
I hope I win this week. I'll be upset if I don't.
Hello, Spluval, or is it Flock?
Flock.
Ooh,
Your question is
it.
highly illogical.
I got it. You're a Flu Vulcan.
Oh.
Yes, I'm Flu Vulcan. I'm Fluvix.
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 Also,
Uproar.
speaking
Good.
of
That's what we like
space,
to see.
Ooh, astronaut
vanilla ice cream sandwich.
Dehydrated ice cream.
Okay.
Just like
in
the astronauts eat.
4 minutes of this wonderful missed calls where you have selected selected from the multiverse all of the topics, the best of them.
Right.
Tell us
what
are your last words? Do you want to try this astronaut ice cream for us? Is there anything that you want to leave us with? Fluval, you bless their list, correct?
Sure.
One thing I thought of, because we were talking about topics, and it reminded me of a topic that I said we should do for a while, and we haven't had the chance to do, so I think it's finally time, which is missed calls.
Oh, yes, MIST.
Oh, yes, of course. And Riven, a sequel to Calls.
Riven's too tough.
Y'all are going to make Missy play Mist.
Yes.
And not Sierra Mist.
No, and it wasn't made by Sierra Software.
No.
Sierra missed calls with the former randoms.
I actually had one of my friends just the other day message our group and saying, "Hey, did you all know that Sierra Mist doesn't exist anymore?" Like, yeah, it hasn't been Sierra Mist for like over a year.
And
it's Starry now.
It's now Starry. Starry Trek.
Starry Trek.
Ooh. I'm very excited for Star Trek trivia.
I'm so excited, everyone.
You should be.
I have the massive Mark Cushman. These are the Voyages for TOS Season 2. Voicey read some from you about Gene Roddenberry being a creepy, horny guy on.
Just gonna say now with 90% more problematic material.
Yes.
Exactly. And I really appreciate Mark Cushman because he got a lot of this stuff from Gene and Justman, from the producers. He did a lot of interviews, and he doesn't shy away from just saying the facts, just like saying what happened. He doesn't sugarcoat any of the behaviors of anyone. And I think that's really cool of him. I think that's really cool because it was basically, he could have just been like a fanboy
right
to Gene, and Gene would probably like want that more, but he's like, nah, I'm reporting a story. The woman who played a dancer in The Wolf in the Fold, yes, Shatner did hit on her when she was 16 years old.
Ooh.
Only for her to 2 years later be in that episode. She was like, oh my God, like I wanted to say yes. Like it was so cool. And I'm like, whoa, girl. But she knew he was married. And she was like, I don't date married guys.
I do
and
like
he's
that.
like, what's that have to do with anything? Your messy ass divorce
Yeah.
2 years later. That's what it has to do with.
Right, yeah. I think that's a fair rule for her to have.
Yeah, Planet Scum is a Star Trek server and karaoke.
Those are the two. There are two things.
In this final moment, what are your last words, Missy Information?
I'm so excited to learn, laugh, and love with all of you this year. Go fuck yourselves.
Yes! Blog, final words.
Pickle.
Yes!
Pickle.
The new one chip challenge.
And now we're gonna go off, zooming away to our next adventure.
Yes.
I'm teleporting.